Invincible Season 2, Episode 8 finally teased Mark and Eve's relationship, though it ended before the former tells the latter he loves her. After the introduction of Anissa in Invincible Season 2, Episode 7, Mark's focus turned to battling Angstrom Levy. Angstrom is a character who has largely been left in the background since Invincible Season 1 Part 1, yet his slow build-up comes to a head in Invincible Season 2's finale. The opening of Invincible Season 2's finale sees Angstrom threatening Debbie and Oliver, sending Mark through endless portals to fight similarly endless enemies. Becoming enraged by Angstrom hurting Debbie, Mark snaps and kills the villain after becoming accustomed to the strength of Invincible Season 2's Viltrumites. However, this strands Mark in a barren universe until a future version of the Guardians of the Globe eventually saves him. The future version of Eve speaks to Mark before he returns home, telling him that she loves him, meaning the Eve he knows feels the same. Despite her plea to tell his version of Eve that he loves her too, Mark chooses not to, setting the stage for Invincible Season 3's story. Invincible isn't completely over his breakup with Amber. Mark does not tell Eve that he loves her primarily because of his recent breakup with Amber. In Invincible Season 2, Episode 7, Mark and Amber break up after the latter is threatened by Anissa. Realizing that she will be used as a threat against Mark and that she is not physically durable enough to withstand this, Amber tearfully ends her relationship with Mark. This naturally devastates Mark, as shown by the brief scene in which Amber appears in Invincible Season 2's finale. After his fight with Angstrom, Mark is shown flying above Amber's college campus. He smiles when he sees her, before realizing he should not get too close and flies away, proving that Mark still harbors feelings for Amber, as would be the case for everyone. Mark will need time to come to terms with his breakup with Amber before moving on with Eve, explaining why he did not tell her about his feelings for her. That said, Invincible Season 2's finale still makes it clear that Mark does have feelings for Eve, setting up their relationship for the future. Mark and Eve will still get together in Invincible. Despite Mark not telling Eve about his feelings in Invincible Season 2's finale, they will still get together in the future. The comic book stories on which Invincible is based make this clear, with Mark and Eve's future looking promising. In the comic books, some of the events from Invincible Season 2 happen out of order. For instance, Invincible Season 2 shows Mark, Eve, and the Guardians stopping a Sequid invasion before Mark's fight with Angstrom, something that is reversed in the comic books. Regardless of the jumbled timeline, Invincible Season 2's story is accurate to the comic books, meaning Mark and Eve's relationship is on the horizon. In the comic books, Eve is eventually kidnapped by Doc Seismic after the Sequid invasion. This means this plot point will likely be included after Angstrom's attack, based on Invincible Season 2's slightly different timeline. Nevertheless, Mark saves Eve and realizes that he loves her thanks to his worry about her. This kickstarts their relationship, meaning these events will likely be shown at the onset of Invincible Season 3. What happens with Mark and Eve in the Invincible comic books? After this point, Mark and Eve begin their relationship completely, given that both have admitted their feelings for one another. For a while, Mark and Eve's relationship is relatively peaceful until the arrival of Conquest, another Viltrumite. Invincible Season 2 teased Conquest storyline via Anissa's warning to Mark, a warning that will prove to impact Eve too. Eve and Mark battle Conquest together in the comic books, bringing them closer together via their shared trauma in the battle. While a lot transpires between Mark and Eve, the broader plot points of their relationship provide the roadmap for Amazon Prime's Invincible. Eventually, Mark and Eve get married in the Invincible comic books. This leads to the two eventually having a child together, proving that their relationship is a lot more serious and long-lasting than Mark and Amber's was. These storylines will likely not be explored until far in the future of Amazon's Invincible series, though Season 3 will officially begin Mark and Eve's relationship.